What's up, guys? Jesse Russ from Fling Got Bows here. And point down at this stuff so they can see it. And remember me telling you guys about you could go to your butcher and get free sinew? Well, here it is. I'm working on processing it out right now. It comes with a lot of excess meat on it. This was free, guys. I didn't pay a penny for this, and I got a lot of tendons. And this will dry out to do enough. I save all the fatty materials and I make a glue out of it that I glue the sinew to the bows with. And some of these are actually quite long. And you can actually see the tendon right on this one. It runs right on the outside edge there. And that tendon is about 1 foot long. And that's free. You can tie on arrows, everything with them. And it take about 1.5 weeks to dry out. Here, Lila, hold the camera without turning it off. Alright, now let me show you a little something about how I do it. Alright, now you see, you can kind of do a lot of this by feel. Basically, there's 2 tendons here, okay? And you want to take real good care in getting them apart, because you really don't want to cut a tendon. If you do, it won't be as strong. So what you're trying to do is basically do as little cutting as possible and just kind of tear it apart. You do have to make several incisions here and there. But just cut a little, tear. It's very slimy. But once you can get your fingers in, a lot of times what I'll do is cut a hole. Are you watching? Mm-hmm. Okay, don't pet the dog and not pay attention, honey. Alright, so what you do is you cut a hole right here, and then you can get your fingers in there, in between the hole like that. See my thumb? Okay, and then you kind of do the same thing on this. You reach up in here like this. Get up in here so you can see what I'm doing. And you cut a hole like that, okay? Now I've got a hole for that thumb and a hole for this thumb. You get your fingers in the holes if you can. It's kind of hard to do. And then you just basically, hold on, bud. And you basically just shred these things apart. And they're basically this tube. This is not tendon. This outer tube. It's a membrane you want to get off of there. All this membrane is you want to get rid of. So everything but the white tendon. See that white tendon appearing? That is what you're going for here. And you want a really sharp knife. This is a homemade knife. You've probably seen it in some of my other videos. I'm not going to go into detail on that, but it's really sharp. And there's actually a couple of extra little tendons on here, like see this tendon right here? And you know, it goes down about 3 inches long, and you can get it off, but I've got enough where I really don't need it, and I'm not wasting anything because I'm gonna make hide glue out of it all. And with hide glue, you can leave it fatty and gooey. It doesn't have to be dried out. So what I'll do is take all this stuff that's in the bowl, slap it in a bag, and I'll freeze it. And the rest of this will get hung by coat hangers out in a tree in the backyard or so. I can't have it in the house because I got 2 scavengers that live in here. One's a child, one's a dog. But so let me see here if I can get this. I'm trying to get this little tendon free here to show you it all without ruining the big tendon. See this tendon that I'm exposing here? I don't know if deer sinew harvests any different. I do know, however, there is absolutely no difference in quality. Absolutely no difference. I've used all of them. Cow tendon works just as good. And I was told this by Ed Scott, the master bowyer, so I'm going to go ahead and believe him. Alright, so basically there's a tendon. I just wanted to show you it. I don't usually work on getting them because you saw how long that took, 5 minutes. And it's just a big pain in the butt. I don't deal with it. It's got a lot of blood and stuff on it. But there is another tendon in there. I just wanted to show you that. However, I'm going for the big guys here. I will probably use this one just because I kept it. I worked so hard to get it out. But basically I take those and I throw them in here. I'll laying that on the side. Come back to it later. For the big tendon, the actual real deal Holyfield here, is this stuff, and this is what we're trying to get apart. So I've got where I can get my finger through there. There we go. Get my finger through this one. There you go. Now that is a ready to rock and roll tendon. Ready to be dried out and ready to be used on a bow. And any little skin that you get left on there is not a big deal. If you've ever ordered Sinew from, like I order a lot of mine from the Crazy Crow Trading Post, and if you've ever ordered it from there, there's like a white papery film that you have to kind of beat off with a hammer first until you get down to the actual tendon fibers, and that's what this little bit of skin right here is. And it's really no big deal. Doesn't matter if you leave it on there or not, but every little bit that you can get off helps. So anyway, you alright? You okay? Got on the wrong tune, buddy? He's okay. So anyway, back to very carefully slicing skin. And like I said, that's a clean tendon. So there it is, there's one. And all this time I've been working on one cow leg. And I've got 8 for free. And you get a lot of sinew out of that one cow leg. That thing, like I said, that might do a bow. A small bow for sure. So the girls get kind of grossed out about this, except for Lila, huh, Lila? Mhm. Say hi to the camera, Lila.
Hi.
Turn it to yourself so you can see it. That's my partner in bow making there. She's not easily grossed out. And that's what you need to be if you're going to be a primitive artist at all, or a hunter. Getting easily grossed out won't be in your favor. But the ending product's awesome. It's beautiful. It's natural, and it's a work of art. And usually everybody likes it. Alright, so now that we've gotten all of that off, you can cut these little, I call them horns, these little loops. They're sleeves that covered the tendon. That's not actually tendon, that's like a fatty gelatin substance that'll actually make a really good glue. And you can cut this one off too, because that's not tendon either. And you'll know what's tendon and what's not when you start breaking this stuff apart with a hammer once it's dried out, because the tendons are fibrous and the rest of it isn't. Sometimes if you can't get a hold of something, you can kind of take your knife and use it, and sometimes it's good to have a pair of pliers with you too. And there you go, guys. There is one cow leg of tendon. Let's see here. If I can get the skin cut off the tip. Sometimes you can back the skin over it. Come back down itself, like that. And that's that. Alright guys, There you got it. I'm Jesse Rush with Flingot Bows. This is how to process cow tendon into sinew. I hope you enjoyed watching. And remember, just go to your local butcher and you can turn this slop into this tendon. Then you just hang it out in a tree in the backyard, dry it for about a week or two till it's brown and almost transparent, and you're done.